Woo!
What up, you guys?
What's up?
Welcome back to the Woo Podcast.
Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Woo!
Hope your week is going well so far.
Let's go.
We're back with episode 4. Today, we're going back to our roots.
Back to our roots. It's just going to be me and Noah today. I know you guys are upset. You're staring at the black screen on YouTube. You're like, I wish Alex would have done a little video recording and had those epic microphones.
Yeah, we got nostalgic. We wanted to go back to, doing the voice memos in the dorm.
Yeah, after a crazy episode from last week, we thought...
It'd wind down.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
It was up here, and we're just going to take it down. All right. Well...
Sure. Might as well jump right on into it.
I was sort of thinking that same thing. I mean, honestly.
Let's see, why not? So we're going Song of the Day. This song is, right now, I hold this at my favorite song of maybe of all time, honestly.
Like right now, or like literally of all time?
Oh, it's low-key. I feel like I can't say of all time because I haven't listened to it enough. I feel like you have to have like a special
But it's like
connection.
your period you're in right now.
But like the headspace I'm in right now, this is my favorite song like that I can think of. Like,
hit me.
What's Going On by Marvin Gaye.
Can you sing it a little bit?
What's going on?
Okay, yeah.
I have a video of me at summer camp, throwback to the first episode.
The summer camp from last summer?
Yep.
Okay.
Of me hacky sacking on the archery range playing this song.
Because were you ever really an archery coach?
Because I was doing anything but teaching the kids. So that was basically what I was getting up to. But this song is like, oh my god. It's got everything. It's got the message. It's got like great like instrumentals, like his voice. I mean, Marvin Gaye, one of the best vocalists.
Yeah.
Debatably of all time. Yeah. So that's just what I was listening to this song today in Jepson, the business building. I was getting coffee and like studying with some friends.
Yeah.
And this song came on and I literally had like a verbal reaction from how like much it was hitting. I was like,
oh wow.
I was like, oh my god, and everyone's like, what? Like, and I had to be like, sorry guys, this song was just hitting so hard.
Okay, wait. You said that the lyrics and the like song is hitting.
Yeah.
When you're listening to a song, are you listening for the tune? Are you listening to the vocal ability of the artist? Are you listening to the lyrics?
I think for me it starts with first listen is just the initial vibe. Just like
100%.
You're getting it. But then the next like several listens is you're hearing I'm listening to the lyrics because I already got the vibe. It's a good vibe.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
And then from then on it's just pure
How good are you at memorizing lyrics for songs?
Not very good. I know that from being a singer. Like I just cannot do that very well. But this song, like these types of songs, I'm listening to them like several times a day. So obviously I'm gonna have them down. But also like this song's about like literally like I think it's about like racism and stuff and like reformation of our literal society. So
there you go.
I think that's a pretty good message.
Pretty chill. See, for me, when I listen to a song, like I think lyrics I start listening to maybe after 100 listens.
Okay. 100 is great.
Like seriously, genuinely, all I'm listening to is the tune, the vibe, the artist.
Yeah.
Lyrics are last on my mind.
Really?
Every single time.
I think it depends.
Every single time.
It definitely depends on the song. Like,
but it's like also when there's songs where they're like fast or they're high pitched, like I can't listen to it. I don't know.
That's fair.
Anyway, my song.
Yeah.
So my song is "Goodbye Stranger" by Supertramp.
Haven't heard of it.
Do you know it? Goodbye Stranger, it's been
They're clicking off, bro. Sorry, that was really cool.
But you know that song?
No, I actually don't.
Okay, it's actually a good song.
It's
super good vibes.
What like era is that?
It's like I can't say year because it's 70s, 80s, 90s.
70s, 80s, 90s.
60s, 50s,
one of those
maybe.
Old ones.
Yeah, it's old and it's sort of like upbeat, positive tunes.
Okay.
Went to Wingstop again this week. You know I love Wingstop.
I went to Wingstop this week.
You did too?
I snapped you a picture. You probably
I probably haven't.
I'm sure you.
I am really bad at Snapchat.
Yeah.
So.
I'm also really bad at Snapchat.
But you went to Wingstop. Talk to me about it.
Oh, God.
Was that your first time?
Terrible experience. No. I've been to it. Like not in Spokane.
Okay.
I think Spokane, it's a whole different breed of Wingstop.
The Spokane employees are so locked in. They do not care about you, your order, what's going on. All they care about is tapping those buttons on the screen, bro.
Like, acting like they're like working, bro. No. Basically, we go, bro. Okay, this is basically what happened. We were just like chilling, and then someone was like, "We're going to Wingstop," and I was like, "Oh, I want to go," and they're like, "Order online right now, so it'll be ready." And this was like an hour before probably we got there.
Oh my god.
We order. It's all good. We get there, and then we go up, and they're like, "Oh, it's gonna be like 30 minutes," and we're like, "Oh my god!" But it said it was gonna be ready. So we're waiting there. We're chilling. We're like, "Okay, this is fine." They call one of our names. We're like, "Oh, bet." We get it, nothing is correct in it, obviously. And so we're like, okay, well, we bring it up, and they're like, we already did your order.
Sorry, can't fix it.
So one of us were just like, all right, damn, we're just gonna eat these like wet fries like that. Their fries are terrible, by the way.
Their fries are bad, but have you gotten them well done?
No.
No.
I didn't know that was an option.
Well done, bro. It's buzz.
Okay, write that down.
It might be more soggy, but
that's what was bad about them in the first
I know,
place.
but like I think they're just soggy in general. It just has more flavor. Because I think there's more grease.
Their fries are super. They're like sweet. They're like sugary. Like.
Yeah, it's because of the fry seasoning that they put on it. But you can also get any of the wing flavors as fries.
Wait, oh really? Like all the like
lemon,
barbecue?
Pepper, maybe not barbecue.
Like garlic parmesan?
Garlic parmesan, I'm pretty sure. You can also get like loaded fries where they put like cheese on it, barbecue sauce, ghost pepper sauce.
That's what they gave us incorrectly.
Okay, that's why it was soggy, because you had all these sauces on your fries.
And then, and then they call our name, but they gave us extra chicken. But basically, like, that was obviously awesome. But ultimately, it just took so long, and there's so many, like, interesting people there, and all the workers
And they don't have trash cans.
They don't have...
That, seriously, it messes with my mind.
I had a whole thing of trash, and I had to, like, walk to, like, the nearest grocery store to throw it away.
No, you leave it on the tables.
Oh, actually? Bro, I'm actually stupid. I'm actually going to text them about this.
You walked to the QFC.
They all stacked up all the trash and were like, no, you're taking this out. And I was like, there's no garbage. So I walked to a local supermarket to throw it away.
No, basically the point is that you just leave the garbage on the table and then they like come around and pick it up.
Okay, I didn't think they would be like...
But also, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. First-time Wingstoppers, they're not really locked into this sort of piece of lore, one might say, from the Wingstop community.
Oh, certainly not.
And so it definitely gets confusing, but... And then you walk in and you're like, there's trash all over the tables.
What's going on? I mean,
but it's because you're just supposed to leave it there.
Yeah, okay. That's good to know from now on. I mean, I consider myself... I'm into it. I'm locked in.
Dude.
I'm going back. Like,
okay, what was your favorite flavor you got?
Them lemon pepper. So I got garlic parmesan and lemon pepper.
No spicy wings?
No, I wanted to, but I was sharing them with someone, and the other person didn't like spice, which is stupid, honestly. Like,
okay, well, honestly, you should have... Like, if you're going to a Wingstop, or any wing place, you have to get, like, Cajun, some sort of hot sauce, some sort of sriracha.
I wanted to get just, like, barbecue, like...
Okay, barbecue.
Which isn't
bro. That's literally
it
barbecue.
It said it was hot on the scale, so she was like, no, I don't want it. But I was like, bro, okay,
it said it was hot on the scale. Come on now.
On the heat, the official Wingstop heat scale. It was 3 fire emojis out of 5.
Rank out of 5 fire emojis. Yeah.
Super fire.
Well, you should get the Hawaiian. I got those last time. It's like barbecue, sriracha, and yummy flavors.
Super duper yummy Hawaiian.
So if I had to explain that to you, those are three describers.
Okay. Well, now I'm intrigued.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Let's go. You're welcome. It's great.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start with my highlight because yours is just like way awesomer than mine. I don't know. Come on. I guess it's subjective or whatever. But yeah, whatever. My highlight was over the weekend. Went to Rincon, local Mexican restaurant.
Family owned.
You listeners who don't know.
Gonzaga people, you know Rincon. If you
guys know Rincon, let's just say. It was a great time. One of my friends invited me. It was kind of a group that I'm not like fully familiar with, but it was good to like kind of get acquainted more with these people.
Yeah.
Jack Banks was a recent guest of the podcast. Shout out.
Hello, Jack Banks.
Hello, Jack Banks. Thank you for listening.
And going to Rincon with Noah.
Yeah. Thank you for being there for me, honestly.
Yeah,
in general.
super nice.
He sat next to me, so I mean that was just obviously a great time. Love
playing
to sit
footsies
next to
under
Jack.
the table.
Oh,
yeah.
Bare minimum.
I know it.
Jeez.
But God knows what goes down at Rincon. God
stays at Rincon.
Yeah.
I can't say too
stays
much.
At Rincon. yeah.
Can't say too much about what happened at Rincon. It's kind of a sacred place. But let's just say we got our picture on the wall. You got a picture on the wall? We did get a picture on the wall.
What? Mm-hmm. How do you get that?
He asked us. I think they only do it for like certain groups.
No, he did not.
He did, and we got to wear like sombreros and stuff. It was fire.
No way,
It was like an
bro.
honor. It was an honor.
Are you kidding me?
It was one of the best moments of my life, honestly.
Randy from Rincon. Do you even know his name?
Randy, yeah. From Rincon. I did not know that shit.
Well, Randy from Rincon, you're a legend.
I'm a fake fan.
There was one time where I went to Rincon with my friends, and his daughter was doing like a pop-up shop of jewelry in the back of the restaurant.
Whoa,
and he came
sick.
up to us and he was like, if you guys go buy jewelry, like I'll give you a discount on your food and drinks. And we were like,
bet that.
So I still wear the ring to this day. It's super cute.
Dude, no way.
Yeah,
that's like actually sick. Like,
no, I know.
Good for his
That's
daughter.
why I love Rincon. It's such a cute little
just
place.
family owned.
And I just love to get up on that wall.
One day, probably.
You know what? I'd see
we
it in
were
my
just
near
pretty
future.
awesome.
I'm going to Rincon this weekend, so.
Maybe I'll have to pull up. We'll see.
Maybe.
You're like, definitely
No.
not. You got it. Okay, on the low. Anyway, some of the people that were there, we got, I mean, I guess this is kind of pointless for that, but Julian, Georgia, Emma. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
there were
no.
2 Emmas. And then, it was like that's about Dirty Nut. Carson. Anyway,
Fire.
Jack Banks, obviously. Anyway, so this is pointless for people who don't know these people. Anyway.
Anyway.
We played this game called Fishbowl. Real reference to, they have fishbowls. Anyway, if you know.
Yeah.
We had this game called Fishbowl where you write down. This was so funny.
Oh, you played
words.
that at the restaurant?
It was loud.
No,
it was
you
bad.
did
I
not.
felt bad because we were just definitely disrupting.
Wait, were you guys planning on doing it ahead of time, or you were just like,
yeah,
okay, we're
yeah, we were like planning on playing games and stuff.
That game is so fun.
It was, especially at Rincon.
Oh my gosh,
we were big
bro.
chilling on this.
Yeah.
So much. But basically, you like write a bunch of names, put them in a hat, pick one, and then like your team has to guess like what the word is based on what you're doing, whatever.
Yeah, and round 1 is you can describe it. Round 2 is one word, and then round 3 is acted.
It's fully acted.
Yeah.
So I remember me and Jack were like trying to think of words, and he was like, "Oh, all I can think of is Haktua," and he was like, "I was like,
no.
it was so bad." I was like, "Well, what words are there? Let's see. There's Hawk. There's Tua. There's you know."
Okay, we're done with that.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's only
that's
Haktua reference. No more.
Oh
All right,
my gosh.
we should probably move on to your highlight after this.
So for those of you that didn't know, there was 2 very special people that came to the Gorge over the weekend. Their names being John Summit and Damdala. And for those of you that know their music, they are artists. They are not just musicians. They are artists. They're DJs, by the way, for those of you that actually don't know. But for those of you that don't know, they blend these songs together.
Losers.
There's fires going off. There's fireworks. There's confetti. Might have lied about that one. There's so much vibes in the pit. Vibes everywhere. Vibes back at the campsite. Like, we were seriously having so much fun. And there was 3 of our cars were in a row at the campsite.
Oh.
So we just had all this space. And there was, oh my gosh, Noah. Right next. So I was like, there's 3 of our cars next to each other. This is holding 15 people. Like,
that's a lot.
In this small area in this huge grass field, right? We have to make friends with our neighbors or else they're going to hate us.
For sure.
They're going to hate us. So I had this body glitter that I was like putting all over everybody because it's like if you're going to John Summit and Don Dollar, you got to have body glitter. This lady comes up to me and she goes, "You got more of that?" And I was like, "Hell yes, I do." And she was like, "I want it all over." And so I just put it all over my hand.
You're just
and
like
I
lathering
smeared it all over. It was so funny.
Sean.
And then she was our neighbor and I went back and I was like, "Do you guys want any?" And they saw that it was all over her body. She's like literally walking stick straight back to her campsite. They're like, "No, we're good." And I was like, "Oh, damn."
That is so sick.
But yeah, made friends with those neighbors, and our other neighbors were these 2 gay guys from LA. And they were
massive.
the nicest, funniest, like, people ever. And they ended up, like, playing games with us and, you know, hanging out, chatting. We walked to the concert with them. Jake and Jeremiah. Yeah. Shouting out you guys.
Thank you guys so much. No, but I didn't know, like, realize the scale of, like, this concert. Like, I saw people back from home, like, from Portland driving up.
Portland drove up. Colorado drove up. Arizona drove up.
All of the states.
LA. Those gay guys from LA drove up.
Jeremiah and
people from Jeremiah and Jake. People from Wazoo came up. Gonzaga. It was like, well, basically, they're each doing their own tours. This may be a lie also, by the way. They're each doing their own tours, and their tours just crossed over in Washington. So they did it together, and now they're going on their separate ways.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're big deals, apparently.
I mean, I saw it. It was a huge deal. It was super fun.
I'm pissed because I was literally, like, in my room on Ticketmaster, about to get a ticket, $20, and then I was like, wait, everyone's car
$19.
is full. Because I just hopped on it late. I, like, didn't know who they were initially, so my initial reaction was like, oh, why would I go to this? Like, it costed a lot more at the time. So now that they were cheap, I was like, oh, I'm going. But now everyone's cars were full.
Yeah, and the issue is it is 2 hours from Gonzaga, and then if you camp out, you have to have a car.
It's a commitment. It's a full commitment. So I unfortunately wasn't ready for that in my life. But definitely.
Fair enough. I don't think maybe they weren't ready for you.
I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
I would have destroyed everything if I went, I think, so.
You would have destroyed Everything Always.
Yeah.
Which is the name. It was called Everything Always.
Really? Everything all at once, everywhere. Is a movie.
Everywhere. Everything. Always. All at once.
What is that? What are you
So,
gonna say?
yeah. Moving on.
We can't talk about this already. Should we talk about SG? I feel like I gotta get this off my chest.
I was like, I was staring at this like, what is SG?
Basically, this is just something that I feel like I had to, like, this is like the perfect story to tell on a, like, for this podcast.
100%.
Guys. Anyone, if you knew me the first year of
First semester. Honestly, it was just first semester.
Yeah. This was
It might have
thing.
followed you a little bit, but primarily
It
first
did.
semester.
Mostly, if you knew me at all first semester, you may have known me as SG. Basically, let me go back to the start.
And it's weird. SG does not match Noah's initials. Noah DeClots.
No, you would think it would be ND.
SG.
Nope, actually not, surprisingly.
Weird.
So you might be wondering, what does that stand for? Let me go back to the beginning. We're at orientation. Orientation? Orientation. This is
what
where it
one
started.
did you go to?
I think it was the first, or no. It was either the first or the last one. But anyway, it was stacked. Like, okay. It was, if you guys know, it was like KS, Jackson, me, stacked, Cam, like literally.
Oh wow, your friend group, yeah.
Literally a whole ass friend group was like at this thing. Like this was crazy. But basically we all just like clicked immediately, and we all like were joking. I remember one point we're sitting like eating dinner, and we were like, guys, like we need to like have nicknames for each other. Like if we're gonna like be this like these friends, like we have to have nicknames. 100%. We like thought of some silly ones. I remember our friend Everest. We kept mixing his name, and we thought his name was Forrest. So we started calling him Gump. He was like Forrest Gump. I thought of that.
That's actually my little sister's nickname.
Really?
Yeah, we were supposed to run a 5K, and she ended up running a 12K.
Oh, sorry. That's so funny.
I know. Shout out Rodrigo. He's not listening to this, but he's my new uncle that came up with it. We were in the Bahamas, and it was supposed to be a 5K, and she...
That's a really funny origin
continue.
for that name.
Yeah,
that's more cool, I think, than just getting the.
She got shouted out in his wedding speech.
No way.
It was insane.
Wait, that's super.
It was anyway. Continue.
It's just funny that his name we got based off because we were calling him Forrest.
Yeah,
like, what's his name again? Forrest. Or I was like, I don't know. He was my roommate though at orientation.
Oh, there you go.
So that was great. And then we're like, okay, and then. Oh God, I can't say I'm proud that I said this. You know, it was a new environment. I was trying to, just be a funny guy, whatever.
Make a joke.
Be like, whatever.
Yeah,
so I was like, funny. Back home they called. I can't even say it, bro. They called me the sex god.
Back home.
It was like
in Portland,
obviously. It was obviously like a joke. So, oh my God. Okay, so I was obviously like kidding. I was like, they're like, oh, haha, funny. And then they were like, and then someone was like, SG Nate. Which he said that anyway, but yeah, no, but he was like SG. We gotta call you SG, and then it just fully became this thing. Like, we were like, I don't know how, but everyone in this orientation knew like this nickname. Everyone knew me as SG.
Yeah,
we were going around somehow. They were like spreading the word. Like it was going crazy. Like SG. Like literally, I remember
it wasn't even Sex God. It was just SG.
No, so people, but some people still like the real ones knew it as Sex God, but like,
I see.
The fake
like
fans
everyone,
were like, but the general population knew it as SG. So they would. So I have
General Gonzaga incoming freshman.
Yeah,
it was
And unfortunately, this spread into the actual starting of school.
It did.
Like truly, like
that's how I first got introduced to Noah.
Yeah. This is unfortunately like literally a lot of people. I think that was my first introduction to a lot of people. But I would have random people come up to me, be like, "Oh my God, you're SG," and I'd be like, "I'm like, bro, this is not." And I had to tell these people, I'm like, no, like I can't have this be. Okay, so this was going on for like weeks, and I was like, I had to sit the guys down. I was like, guys, like I can't have this be my persona at Gonzaga, bro. Like this is not who I am. Like please, just like introduce me as myself.
Because like orientation is like those are first impressions you're making with people that are gonna carry throughout. Yeah.
So this is like this is the most formative like time of our social experience.
Like low key, you brought up on yourself, Noah.
Okay. Like, not even at all, though. Like,
yes,
when you think about it,
yes,
I made the joke, and then they took it away. I was not me.
But who brought it up in the first place?
It was me. But, anyway, I remember at the very end of last year, like, this was so far beyond it, I hadn't thought about it in probably months. I'm hacky-sacking on Mulligan Field, and someone comes up, and he's just like, oh, introduce himself, and we're just hacking for a little bit, and then out of nowhere, he goes, wait, you're SG, right? And I was like, also, I did not recognize this kid, bro. Like, I feel bad. Like, I don't know. I kind of felt bad because I was like, this feels like I should know you because you, like, literally know me as SG. But, and I was like, oh my God, that is the deepest cut I've ever, and I'll still, every once in a while, someone will come up, say SG, and that's how I know they were from my orientation. So we bonded over that, me and some people, so.
But it's not even like they knew you as SG from your orientation. Like, that's how I was introduced to you.
Yeah, like, no, this was, like, literally my whole, like, this
genuinely was your
persona. I had no name anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
you were not known to
that was big identity
you were
crisis.
SG, yeah.
Like, I wasn't myself. That wasn't a good. But we got over it, and in the end, it led to some good, fun moments. So even though that was a just unfortunate time, but shout out Cam, shout out Max, shout out Nate for starting that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well,
that was
anyway. Good story.
Anyway, did you have a fun nickname that got taken away that you became your real personality at the beginning of freshman year? Hello.
I came up with Scotty P.
Scotty P. You did. I actually remember that.
I did.
Super fire.
Brooke. Shout out Brooke.
Shout out Brooke. Brooke was in my group today where we had to take a selfie with each other.
Sweet.
We're supposed to, basically for this leadership class, we're supposed to get together with a group, blah, 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 talk to them for 30
about
minutes.
Leadership.
Get to know each other better, bro. Like, whatever. I'm not going to do that. So everyone obviously doesn't have time for this. It's like groups of like 6, and it's like we have to find a time to meet for 30 minutes.
I know. It's
not going to work out.
Ridiculous.
So I ran from one of my classes, like, to get to this place where we were going to meet and just take a picture and then dip. Like, yeah. And so I did that today. Shout out Scotty.
I did that yesterday. You saw me doing that yesterday.
I did.
Okay,
Super
Noah,
fire.
I want to talk to you about dreams.
Dreams? Oh. I love dreams.
Like, do you like dreams?
As in, like, when you're
like going to sleep and what is going on while you're asleep.
In your brain, yeah.
I sort of want to... Do you have any memorable ones? Do you dream? First of all. First and foremost,
my dreams are super inconsistent. I feel like when I was younger, I used to, like, remember them very vividly. It's kind of, like, fallen off. Kind of sad. I miss, like, remembering
I feel like that's
dreams.
just because when you get older, you lose your imagination.
Yeah, which is
like,
pretty sad, honestly.
Yeah.
But I remember some ones that I still have, like, vivid memory. I remember I had a reoccurring nightmare. Which, like, bro, this, like, haunted me as a kid. I don't know why. But basically, the main, like, I'd say, antagonist of the nightmare was the Cat in the Hat.
Dude, don't get me started. Live action?
Actually, okay. It probably stemmed from that, but in the dream, it wasn't the live action version. It was, like, the book version, like, 2D, like, if that makes sense. But I think that the fear definitely initially came from, like, that 3D movie.
This MF right here.
Oh my God.
Guys, for context, just pulled it up on my computer. He is still as daunting, and his eyelashes are even longer. You guys.
Maybe worse than I remember somehow. But basically, I had this weird fear of the Cat in the Hat as a kid.
Did you like the books?
I read the books.
Okay.
I don't know if I liked them. Probably not, I'd imagine, because I literally
had nightmares about it. No, fair enough.
But I remember in the dream, I was like, it was nighttime. I walked down my stairs. I look out, like, the window, and I'm like, oh, it's night. Okay, I turn the corner. Cat in the Hat's there. And I can't remember what he says. Oh, I used to have it. It's been a minute since I've had the dream, you know. But he basically, like, creates a black hole. Like, with his...
What?
He, like, just...
like Doctor Strange.
Like, literally, like morphs that shit into existence,
oh my God.
And then I get sucked into it and wake up. Like, that's how that goes. And I was like, it was just me, like, trying to go get water, whatever, go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
and then I get sucked up by Cat in the Hat. And Cat in the Hat sucks me up. Like, what am I supposed to do about that?
I hate when he does that.
Oh my God. Average dream, honestly.
Average Dr. Seuss. That's crazy. How many times, like, this was every night?
This was like fairly consistent. Like, I remember it would happen, like, or when I was a lot younger. And I remember there was a long, like, years where I didn't have it, and then it came up, and I was like, oh God.
No, it's
so,
back.
Like, reignited the...
Was it, like, trauma bringing it back to you, or just,
honestly, like, a little bit.
Oh, okay.
No, I was chill. I think I was over the fear at this point. I think it was just, like a little throwback in my head, where I was like, you know what, I'm going to run this one back in my head real quick.
I have those.
For nostalgia purposes.
I've had 2 reoccurring dreams. One of them is falling.
Okay.
Because,
just, like, in general.
Well, like, I slept on the top bunk when I was with I was a middle child, so I had bunk bed with my older sister when I was born, and then my older sister got her own room, and then I was on bunk bed with my younger sister. Which is chill. Honestly, I love bunk beds, but I always was on the top bunk, and I was always afraid. Like, I would get the dream that I just rolled off the side, and then, like, you feel the falling, and you feel your stomach drop.
Oh, my God.
Which I love that feeling.
Really?
Love it.
Okay.
Do you like the Tower of Terror?
I never went on the original one, but I went on like the Guardians.
The Guardians.
Galaxy one.
That one's super.
I liked
fun.
it. I liked it.
I like the Guardians one more because
it's more fun.
Yeah.
They play like Michael Jackson and stuff. It's like a vibe.
And then you know all the characters too. Tower of Terror. So anyway, the feeling of falling I like, but when you're asleep and you wake up and you feel like you've hit the ground, it doesn't really feel good.
No, definitely not.
And then I also had this recurring dream. Do you know Wiki Sticks? That's sort of like a crazy
is
pull.
that like the like? Are they
it's
like feel like
waxy,
yeah.
sticks? They're like Tutabella. Do you know Tutabella?
Nope. Tutabella?
It's a restaurant. Like they would always give them with their kids' menus.
Oh, okay. I would say.
But like, did you ever have a restaurant where like you'd always get them?
I would say.
Like,
didn't Old Spaghetti Factory?
I'd never been. Probably.
I feel like they had them there. Maybe.
Okay, but anyway. Wiki Sticks. Me and my little sister would be animated with Wiki Sticks, running through a field of flowers with a rainbow over our heads and a dog.
Wait, that's like Loki's hella
sick. It was a chill ass dream. Like seriously, it was like animated Wiki Sticks of us running through this flower field, and it was just like I was at peace.
That's like sounds so. Imagining that in my head, I like feel already calmer.
Dude, I'm gonna have it tonight because they're talking about it. Like I'm so excited. Down. I know. I'm ready to go to sleep.
I need a dream like that after
and
my
the
cat
pond.
In the hat, bro.
Like oh my god.
Oh my god, what a day.
Yeah, Wiki Sticks. Like and ensure that in your mind before you go to sleep.
That's very.
Have you ever lucid dreamed?
I think I feel like I remember when I was younger I did once, and I think I tried to like fly, and then I just like woke up because it just like ended. Like,
you like tried to,
and I was probably like pissed. I was like, "Oh, bro, this was my one chance." No, but I remember hearing like these methods to like lucid dream and stuff, where like you would like
draw something on your hand,
and then in your dream, if you check it and it's not there, then you like know you're like lucid dream or whatever.
No, if it's there,
or if it's
because you're like cautious of it being there.
If you it's you draw something on your arm,
okay,
and then in your dream, if you check it, it's not there because you're not used to seeing it.
Because it's not reality. Yes. No, I know, and I've tried that, and there's like
I definitely tried.
There's like songs you're supposed to listen to. I've tried that. Does not work. No, does not work.
Okay, I just thought. Sorry, this was like a funny story I thought of, kind of unrelated, but it was about like writing stuff on your like arm.
Yeah.
But when I was like younger, in like probably like first grade, like for some reason like. I think they just didn't know like that ADHD existed or whatever because they were like, oh, we gotta find all these super weird methods to try and get you to like pay attention.
ADHD is a new thing, trust.
Yeah, definitely a niche new thing. But they like my teachers and my parents were like, we gotta find these super interesting methods to like get your kid to like focus during class, and I was like, obviously none of these are working. But one of them was like that. One of them was to like I just drew a big ass like dot, like a whole like circle with Sharpie like on the back or I think it was on my palm. And it was like every time you see the circle, remember to like stop talking. And I was like, as a kid, I was like, that is not doing anything, man.
That is so funny.
It was like the least effective method.
When you see this huge ass gaping black hole on your
my
hand,
whole palm.
Remember to listen to your teacher.
Yeah, stop talking to your friend, a little first grade Noah. You're definitely going to do that.
I'm going to use that to my kids in the future.
Cover their hand in Sharpie.
I'm just going to be wearing like a black outfit. I'm going to be like, when you see the color black, remember to listen.
Be like, oh wait, I remember Sharpie talking right now. Another one was like, wear a rubber band and then snap yourself. Which hurts. Is like, looking back, that's messed up.
I tried to do that with biting my nails. It didn't work.
No.
I also tried that like nail polish that tastes super bad.
Oh yeah.
It stained my food and everything I touched, and I would like chew on my pens, and it would just taste like it was so bad.
Not good.
Definitely bad.
But yeah, definitely.
Did you ever staple your arm when you were a kid?
I don't know if I probably did at some point, but I like that's the type of stuff I would get up to as a kid. I remember one time I put my finger in an electric pencil sharpener. As a kid. And like this was like this was like damn near middle school. Like I definitely knew better.
You saw this and you were like,
grade.
it sharpens shavings off a pencil session.
I think it was a vibe where I was just like with my
friends. Did you see the black dot though on your hand?
Yeah.
And then it told you to stop.
No, don't put your finger in that electric pencil sharpener, no.
Stop talking and go sit down.
Take your finger out. No, but I think it was a vibe where I was just like next to my friends and I was just like, yo, like what do you think would happen?
Watch this.
Would this be fire? And then I put it in and it just like sliced my fingernail in half. Thank God it wasn't like my actual skin that it cut because like that would have been bad.
Oh, it just did your fingernail.
It's just in my fingernail. And then I think my fingernail like died and then like fell off like eventually. Which obviously that's gonna happen.
A classic fingernail.
The age old classic right there. But that was definitely some middle school, elementary. Probably not middle school. Elementary school trauma there.
Yeah. I mean, for my elementary school, it was a trend to take needles and poke them through your fingers.
Like through the skin, like...
Okay, so do you know how you have like a bunch of like dead, loose skin?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It took over my 3rd grade classroom. Like, there was this girl sitting... Hold on, there was this girl sitting, and she was so good at it. She would do like 10 at a time.
And have them all...
It was so freaky. She'd have like 2 in each finger, and she'd be like, hi, and it like grossed me out. Like, it seriously grossed me out. And I tried it once, and then I made myself bleed, and I was like, never again. Okay. But like... did you ever do that?
I definitely did that. Like, dude, on the sides.
Yes, you know what? Like, all that dead skin, just poking needles to that, dude.
There was a trend at my middle school, or I think this had to be not middle school, because it's too stupid for that to be. It had to be probably like
but you also put your
2nd, 3rd grade. Then again, you never know.
Black hole.
Black marker, pencil sharpener, whatever. But it was literally a trend to eat, like, pencil lead.
Oh, we had that too.
And people were like, yo, you got any, like, 07? Like, like, it was, like, actual, like...
Oh, what? You're talking about, like, those little cases that come on, like reusable pencils?
Yeah, like a mechanical pencil.
No. You guys would eat that?
Bro, like, people would, like, eat sticks of it.
Did your mouth turn, like, black?
I don't know. I think luckily I was one of the ones that didn't do it, like, surprisingly, bro.
You saw the black hole and you were like, bad idea.
I probably tried it at some point, but I don't think it, like, did. I think it was more of a, bite it off. Swallow it. Like, no, don't. Like, you're not swishing it around.
It's like an easy, like, little pop.
Just an easy, quick snack during class, because, they weren't letting us.
Well, for us, you just, like, chew your pencils.
Okay, yeah. I mean...
I was talking more about from the source, natural pencil lead, less mechanical pencil.
Graphite.
Highly processed, yeah. We're all about that in natural life. Back in Bellevue.
Yeah, Bellevue. They love super back to the roots. Rudimentary of life.
Yeah.
No, I remember one time I was jumping on a trampoline, and there was like a pencil, like a graphite pencil, somehow was on it or something, and then I someone's here. I landed like face down, and the pencil like went into my the side of my leg, and I think I still have like a graphite mark inside of under my skin, like from that.
Inside of your leg because you jumped on a pencil?
Yeah. And
that
I landed on it, and it went through my it hurt.
My gosh, that literally happened. One of my friends, Michaela, she got one, some kid stabbed her in the shoulder and she still has a mark there.
No way.
Yeah. Battle scars as fuck.
Speaking of this is another fun little elementary school memory that I thought of.
We've been naming so many.
I was crazy. Yeah. Elementary, I have so many funny looking back on his stories, but I remember we had this system where you had a younger buddy that sometimes you would hang out, do recess together, or you'd watch them at mass. We had mass at our school.
We had ours too.
But I remember I was supposed to be watching this kid. He's my buddy. It's we're at recess playing together, and the kid, my younger buddy, is on the monkey bars, and he falls off and he breaks his arm in front of me.
No.
Bad. It was it was one of the ones where everyone had to look away and go,
bone sticking out.
I don't know if it was bone sticking out, but it was just fully armed the wrong way.
Oh no.
And at first I was just oh, you're good, buddy, get up. And then I see the arm, I'm oh shit, it's not gonna.
No, dude, it's fine. Walk it off. Let's get some water.
I got clowned by my classmates, bro. They're you just let your kid break his arm, bro. His arm is the wrong direction.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god, so that was not my best moment. Then, not my proudest.
And
moment.
To connect this to this day is sort of a more relevant example would be the archery range.
Yes. I've grown though.
In conclusion, don't trust Noah with kids.
No. I would never let a kid get injured now, for sure. Dude.
No, definitely.
Definitely not.
Oh my god.
No, yeah, elementary school was a crazy time.
Yeah.
For me.
So we back to the subject of dreams.
Oh my god, we got so off topic.
I just have one dream I want to tell you about that I had the other day because it was so real.
Okay, yeah.
So real. When you get those and you're just I'm living this right now.
And then you wake up and you are tweaking. You're oh my god.
And then you don't remember it. But then it slowly comes back to you.
Yeah,
so this is what this one was. So over the summer, I worked at a summer camp, and basically, I worked the summer camp with this guy Jeremy, and shout out Jeremy if you're listening to
Jake.
No, Jeremiah.
Oh, Jeremiah.
But I like where your mind's at.
Yeah.
So his name was Jeremy. Jeremy, shout out. You're probably not listening to this.
Shout out, Jeremy.
So shout out Epic Summer.
Love you.
It was definitely a time, but we just disagreed a lot on how to handle the kids.
Yeah.
And I had a dream that he ate all the kids.
And it was super realistic.
Noah was the most graphic dream.
Oh my God.
I woke up multiple times, went back to sleep, and started off right where it ended.
Wow.
Of him just eating the kids.
You just couldn't get it out of your mind.
Like,
Damn.
it was blowing me away, too, because I was like, no, like, wiki sticks. And then it was just, like, rainbows, dogs,
Wiki
flower
Rainbow
fields,
sister.
Like, my sister. And then it was just Jeremy
Him
eating these
brutally
kids.
eating these kids.
It was insane.
That is so messed. Oh
it
my
was
God.
crazy.
I had a lot of the dreams that I end up like remembering. It's honestly just like sad, low-key. But a lot of them are it's like me dying.
I never dream of me dying.
No. So it's not.
Do you dream of yourself dying?
So I don't die in the dream, like actually, but it's what happens after. Okay, so it's either no. Wait, I'm stupid.
Like your funeral?
I had one that was like how people reacted in my life
Whoa.
to me dying, which was hella like. I think I like woke up crying after this. Like
what would you do?
Like that was messed. I used to like.
Wait, really quick. Did everyone have appropriate reactions?
It was like it was like.
Or is there anyone you want to shout out?
It was like
be sadder when I die.
Yeah. Will, come on, bro. You were not sad, bro. Like, come on,
Will. Okay.
Come on. No, but it was that was one I like used to be very more like in tap like with like when I was sleeping like it was more like connect like I would talk during my sleep like I would wake up sometimes like saying the words like I was mid sentence waking up and then I'd say the rest of the sentence like in real life like stuff like that.
Whoa.
Like I was at a sleepover one time with one of my friends and I like something was happening where I screamed in the dream like stop it or something like that and I woke up and actually like screamed like at this like sleepover and he like looked at me and was like dude what the hell did you just like do
and you're like stop it.
I was stop it. And I was like, oh, sorry, you're good.
Keep going. Like
you go back to sleep, bro. You're chilling. But
God,
no, a lot of the times it's like me imagining this, like how it would play out if someone like very important in my life died. And like how I would like react to that.
What
which is like, bro, it's like messed. It's like messed.
Oh my god.
So I've woken up like pretty messed up from a lot of dreams. Like,
wow, I've never had dreams like that.
Okay, yeah,
That's
yours are all
mine are wiki sticks
and people and Jeremy eating kids.
Yeah,
average 2 Evie dreams right there.
Yeah, I don't know. Ignorance is bliss. It's sort of what I think.
Yeah,
about.
low-key, I get that. I really get that.
Okay, should we talk about our dream blunt rotation?
Speaking of dreams,
that was good,
dude. That
Oh.
was such a missed opportunity,
Shoot.
Okay, anyway, speaking of dreams, so you know that trend like dream blunt rotation.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Who would you want to pass the blunt to in a circle? Who would be the most interesting? Like it could be anyone. Like whatever.
Who do you want to talk to? Who do you want to hang out with?
Who do you just want to see in that situation?
Anyone. Historical figures, musicians, and friends.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go first. So
hit it.
Right off the bat, I started typing some names and I was like, I'm going the wrong direction. Like, I need to like.
No one I thought about this ahead of time, just so you guys know. This is not off the dome. This is.
I have these prepared.
I've had multiple conversations with people about this.
So one, I hate to bring up this name again, but Helen Keller. I mean, it would just to see how theoretically if she agreed to.
What
this,
about her interpreter?
No, she can't be there. I got to see the raw Helen reaction.
Wow, all right.
Just seeing how
young, old,
she would respond to that.
Yeah,
like, I'd say old once she's been more developed, started to learn how to communicate better.
Fair enough.
But man, boy, would that be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
And just to meet Helen. I mean, what a
you want to meet her.
That would be such a pleasure. Yeah. Especially being mentioned on the podcast. Come on the
multiple
podcast,
times,
Helen.
You're welcome too. Helen.
Yeah, no, for sure. Second, I mean, so everyone on this is like particularly chosen to blend with each other.
Okay.
These are people that would get along. That would just be interesting dynamics between them.
Yeah, it's not just like throw anybody in there.
No. It's not willy nilly. No willy, no nilly. Come on, am I stupid?
None of that here.
So obviously, following Helen Keller, my mind would go to young Sheldon.
Obviously, the connections are just
and I mean,
clear as day.
Young, just a nerd, just a loser. So it would just be great, like to see this young kid who's just he's whatever.
Sheldon.
He's a pencil pusher. He's just smart. He's he's a studier. Just to see him doing this activity that would just be out of the ordinary for him. But I just think once he's in that state, like he would drop some crazy like knowledge, like some mind bending shit. Like,
yeah, and to see him react with Helen Keller would also be cool.
Boy, would that be a crossover.
This is what I'm saying. You've thought of the connections. I have too, don't you?
Next, we got Eric Spoelstra. He's the coach of the Miami Heat.
I did not know who that name was. That's such a random poll. I was like, who is that?
He was friends with my dad in high school, so I actually got to meet him.
Really?
One time I went. This is funny. I went down when Blazers were playing the Heat in Portland. I live in Portland.
Okay.
I got to go down onto the court and meet him, and I got to meet Chris Bosh, probably some of the other like bench players for any.
I'm
basketball.
shaking my head right now.
Yeah, anyway, one of the most important basketball players. But anyway, anyone basketball fans, you'll know who that is. But this is funny. I got to meet Chris Bosh, and my dad has a picture of this. I got to ask him for it because it would be so funny. Low-key, we should post it on the Instagram. It might be worth it.
Okay,
because this is hella funny.
Okay.
But it's me meeting Chris Bosh. I'm like in like 4th grade, probably super. I was like 5.
Tiny.
I was like 4. I was a short kid.
Are any 4th graders tall?
No, but I was especially short for a 4th grader. And I was in a interesting time of my life. I was wearing a fedora at the time, so I was meeting this guy he's very tall. He's almost 7 foot. And I'm wearing a fedora, looking up at him as he's like signing a piece of paper. So I'm rocking the shit out of this fedora, and I'm meeting one of the most legendary basketball players.
You had to dress dapperly if you were gonna meet basketball
I was like,
players.
dude, this is a big occasion. I'm in 4th grade. I'm meeting Eric Spoelstra, Chris Bosh.
You know what you gotta pull out.
I had to whip out the old fedoras, Ruski.
Yeah, naturally.
So obviously, I mean, that would just be great to reunite with Eric.
We definitely need that photo. Noah's dad, please send it our way.
I'm gonna text him about this after. I'm literally gonna write that down right now.
Who would be your last person?
So, following, this is all a puzzle pieces coming together. So,
boom,
obviously...
Boom, boom. And who's that last one?
That last one is my dad. Shout out my dad, Steve. Love you, Dad. Hopefully, I don't know if you're listening to this. Hopefully, you're not disappointed in me, whatever.
SG?
SG, yeah. So sorry about that. It was not up to me, actually. But, they were friends in high school, apparently. So, I mean...
Have they reunited since? Well, at the game in 4th grade, but...
I think they've met up at some point.
Okay.
Probably not at a basketball game, but actually I think they did. They get like a group of like their high school friends together to go to the game, and then afterwards they all like
that's
chill.
sweet.
It's actually very wholesome.
Sweet, yeah.
But my dad is just like super nice guy. This is a story. But my senior year of high school, he got a job at my high school as vice principal.
Okay.
It was super kind of him. He asked me, he was like, if you don't want me to take this job, like, because it was like a conflict between like your social life, whatever. I was like, bro, I don't care, bro. Like, get your bread.
You got this
like,
cool job.
Get your bag, Steve.
Get in there.
And some kid, bro, just lies, just makes this story up, and he's like, I saw your son, like, he was, like, smoking at school or something, like, some crazy, like, some random BS, like, just someone probably thought it would be just, like, a funny little joke.
Like a practical.
And my dad, it was definitely a reaction, like, he doesn't meddle with all that stuff, so.
Or support it.
Yeah. So definitely, this would be, especially in this situation.
And he went up to your dad and told your dad specifically?
Yeah. And he was like, your son did this.
Oh
like,
my.
It was pretty intense. It was a whole thing. Tried to find out who that was, never did.
If you're out there, Noah's still looking for you.
Watch your back.
Sleep with one eye open.
Yeah, you better. Dream. Mm-hmm. Speaking of dreams, no. No, I was just interesting now that we're older, see my dad in that situation, and honestly, just see the wholesomeness of him and Eric reuniting.
And him and Helen Keller.
Young Sheldon. I mean, also seeing young Sheldon interact with this, like, basketball coach.
Yeah.
This basketball coach interacting with Helen Keller. My dad meeting these legends, like, and me being with my dad, obviously, I'd love to share this moment with him. As we grew up together, obviously. So,
that's good. I like yours. I like that you thought about fun people, fun conversations, fun time.
Yeah.
I was sort of thinking more having my bases covered. Okay. And also the vibes come along with that. So,
I get that.
Starting off with number 1, Young Gravy.
Oh.
What? Point blank period, need I say more?
What a guy.
Need I say more? I had the biggest Young Gravy phase in my 8th grade year, and really? I probably to this day could sing most of his songs.
I think I did too. What's the one that was like, we're in the kitchen with the blueberry muffins?
Yeah, I know that one. So anyway, Young Gravy, he could play music for us and sing because he has a beautiful voice.
Are we imagining this as like around like a campfire or something? Like I'm trying to think about where this like
I'm sort of thinking a car.
A car, okay.
No, I don't want a car. I'm switching back. I'm thinking like a bridge.
A bridge or like a
near
picnic
Gonzaga,
table
maybe
in like a park or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and he's sitting there strumming on like.
No guitar. This would be all acapella.
Oh wow!
Or he could play songs from his phone, like demos, and like whip up some.
Oh, like unreleased.
Speaking of whipping up, Martha Stewart would be there as well. Because her and Young Gravy, hello, in love. B,
let's go.
She could make some good ass food.
And that would hit specifically.
Specifically.
Picnic table. It would be perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And also, I want to talk to her. She seems like a very nurturing, loving grandma.
Super.
And I feel like her love would show through in her food. And I just want to experience
100%.
that. Next person, Joey King.
Okay, I'm going to need you to brief me on who this is.
Do you know who Joey King is?
No, I've definitely heard the name, but...
Oh, you're looking
Okay, because I was also trying to remember, is Martha Stewart the one in, like, the big ads with Snoop Dogg?
Yes!
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
so
that's Martha Stewart.
I was trying to get the
Wait,
image.
I think
so.
I think it is. She was at the Olympics with Snoop Dogg.
Okay,
guys,
so
if that's not Martha Stewart, then you know who I'm talking about.
I think it is.
Joey King she was Gypsy Rose in the movie.
Okay.
Look up Joey King right now. Okay, basically, there was this movie we watched. It's called Uglies. It's this TikTok POV movie. And it's the worst movie I've ever watched, and Alexia was so intrigued.
Yes, I do know who this is.
I just want to ask her about her career, how she got there, Kissing Booth, Jacob Elordi, just to name a few.
Jacob Elordi.
And then also, I think she would be one of the most entertaining people to talk to ever of our generation.
For real?
Just because I feel like she's random and weird. And then my last one is slime/soap cutting videos on TikTok. Okay. Like when you're watching an episode of Young Sheldon, and then there's slime soap cutting videos next to it.
Okay, so it's just the essence of that
I just
video.
want those present. I want those playing all angles, anywhere you look, in the background of anyone you're talking to.
Okay. Seems a little selfish, but I mean, personally,
I think Young Gravy would love that. Are you kidding?
Really? Okay. I mean, personally, I'd pick, whatever George Washington.
You don't like slime and soap cutting videos?
No. I love them. But do you think that would be the setting for it?
100% it would.
Okay.
I wish I could have those playing behind anyone I'm talking to ever. I wish we had them up right now.
Okay.
I love those videos.
All right.
I watch those and I listen to
is
the
that like
Sheldon
your
episode.
like is your explore page like all like soap
yes.
cutting? Okay, that's
yeah. But with like Grey's Anatomy playing also. Or like what's another one? Let's at like Cop Show.
NCIS or
yes.
Or yeah, like
or
Criminal Minds.
Yes, like those played in the background.
Hell yeah! Speaking of Criminal Minds. Oh wait, no, never mind.
What?
wait, never mind.
No, we don't have time.
Okay.
Okay, should we do one more or should we just tap?
I think I could. Oh, okay.
This do a quickie.
I'll do a quickie story. So this was funny. So this is going back to choir, but basically. Love singing. But basically, we had this lady come in. It was like supposed to be a big deal. She's like apparently kind of renowned like in the choir community.
Oh wow!
Especially like on the West Coast.
She came into your choir practice?
She came in and she worked with us, which was a super cool opportunity. We like looked her up before and she was like super like renowned and super like prolific and stuff.
Yeah.
So this was pretty sick to have her. She comes in and she's like just introducing us. She seems kind of like a little bit like hippie vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like
yeah,
definitely like doesn't wear shoes, like that type
Oh,
of vibe.
I like her already. Definitely
hacky sacks. Oh boy, what to hacky sack with her.
Oh, should have had it out.
I'm trying to find her name. I think Moira Smiley. Shout out.
What a name.
I know. Sick.
What a name.
Sick ass name.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out Moira.
Moira, we love you.
You're the goat. But basically, it was just kind of like, it was just, I don't know. Obviously, I don't want to be like insensitive. Maybe this is just the way she does stuff. But it was just, it was just interesting vibes that what she was doing with us. Kind of like.
What she was doing with you?
Like, it just seemed like it felt like she was like on some crazy stuff the whole time.
Like someone's videotaping her. Like sort of like what? Oh wait, I am thinking of something different.
Okay,
Say what you were saying.
I was not
thinking of something completely different. I was thinking
like just on some crazy drugs. But like, that type of vibe. Like
she just did a Dream Blunt rotation with Young Gravy and Martha Stewart.
Yeah, so apparently she's like traveled the world, studied all these like vocal techniques and stuff, wow. And she was having us like for I think this it felt like it lasted for like 20 minutes, but she was just like I'll do something and then you all repeat it back to me.
That quietly?
Like she had that tone of voice kind of.
Oh god.
But
that exhausts me.
And then she would just go like it felt like she was just moaning and we were moaning back. Like that's it's literally what it felt like.
Blank period.
So apparently these were like vocal techniques, but she was just like, and then all of us were like, oh God, like what the hell?
Oh my God.
I felt super uncomfortable. I obviously don't want to be disrespectful, but
maybe it's a vocal technique.
I don't know. We're like college choir kids. Like I wasn't built for all this, but it was super funny. She she spoke at one of our concert, like our next concert that she like worked on the songs with us for.
Are you just gonna be moaning at the concert? I don't understand.
No, but she did this with the crowd also at the concert. She
What?
did the same thing. So she would go, yeah, or something like that, and then all the crowd would be like, oh
my God!
And it was just like we were all just like, oh, what is going on, bro? And then she continues to just like sing like her own songs for like hella long, and we're just like,
God.
okay, bro, this is just your concert now, I guess. But it was just
everyone else is moaning in the background.
yeah, exactly. But it was definitely interesting vibes for like the Gonzaga parent. Like they weren't prepared for this. Like they were like, I just want to see my kids sing, bro. Like, so get up, stop moaning on the stage, bro.
They did not expect that. Came out of left field.
No, definitely out of
field.
pocket. But that was
out
like,
of pocket.
The pure like strength I had to not like just laugh so hard during all of that. Like looking at my friends around me, and they were just like moaning. We're just like, okay, bro, like what is going on? That was very definitely average choir experience.
What a week we had, Noah. And
very.
You know what, you guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, we wanted to keep it a little briefer this episode.
Yeah.
It's still 15 minutes,
okay,
but
well,
for
still
us,
relatively brief.
Yeah,
we love to chat. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. We got big things coming. Let's just say that. We got big plans. Hopefully some things are going to switch up. Higher quality, hopefully coming soon.
Hopefully.
Some interesting topics we got prepared. So you guys want to stay
Y'all
tuned for
be ready for this. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next Wednesday.
Have a good week.
Woo!